Hello, family and friends. Hola from Boquete, Panama. Well, it's hard to believe it's been 2 months since our last Friday postcard video, and we're back. We really enjoyed our time back in Texas, visiting family and friends in New York, but we're excited to be back on the road.
Yep. So this is our first visit to Panama. It's our first stop on our journey to South America. We spent 4 days in Panama City before making our way to Boquete, a beautiful mountain town in the highlands, not too far from the Costa Rican border.
And Panama is a small country in Central America. It is the southernmost country in Central America, just before South America. It's about 1/10 the size of Texas, with a population of around 4.5 million people.
It's a small country.
Very small country. So our first morning in Panama City started with a walking tour of Casco Viejo. It is the city's historic old town, old quarter. It was founded in 1673 after the original city was destroyed by pirates. I believe the pirate was Harry Morgan, if I'm correct, a British pirate.
Yep.
It's Casco Viejo is now a UNESCO World Heritage Site, filled with colorful streets and a fascinating mix of Spanish colonial, French colonial, and early American architecture.
Yeah, very interesting. Lots of beautiful buildings.
Very beautiful.
That have been restored. So later that day, we visited the Panama Canal Visitor Center, where we watched an excellent 45-minute IMAX movie narrated by Morgan Freeman about the history and construction of the canal. We also got to see the ships moving through the Miraflores locks. That was pretty incredible.
Very incredible.
Right? But the highlight of our time in Panama City came the following day, when we took a 6.5-hour boat trip through the canal ourselves, experienced one of the world's greatest engineering achievements in the water, gave us an entirely new appreciation for its scale and ingenuity.
So we saw the Panama Canal both from the visitor side, on the land side, where most visitors see it, and then also from a ship going through the canal. And
yeah.
A lot of people don't do the ship because it's not cheap,
Yeah.
but that way we saw both sides. But after 5 nights in Panama City, we flew north to Boquete, where we are now, and that is further north, just near the border of Costa Rica. Up in the highlands, we're about 4,000 feet elevation. We'll be spending 5 nights. It is nestled, as I mentioned, about 4,000 feet in the shadow of the Volcan Baru. That is Panama's highest peak and only volcano. Boquete enjoys a pleasant spring-like climate year-round. Right now it's very windy outside
Yes.
here.
Also a lot of rain all year long. Boquete is also Panama's premier coffee growing region, producing about 70% of the country's coffee. It is especially famous for its geisha coffee, one of the most sought after and expensive coffees in the world.
And people hear geisha, they think it has a Japanese influence. It has nothing to do with Japanese geisha. It was a mispronunciation of...
Well, it's a region in Ethiopia,
Yeah.
and it's geisha. But I think the spelling is a little bit different.
People think it's Japanese. It's
But
not.
it's not.
And it's also the most, do you say it's the most expensive coffee in the whole world?
Yeah.
Matter of fact, in Dubai, recently, a cup of coffee sold for $1,000. But speaking of coffee, yesterday we toured a local coffee farm. It was a private tour where our guide Carlos shared his knowledge of coffee growing and his indigenous Gabugle tribal heritage. There's about 7 tribes in Panama, and like American reservations, they have their own land. We also learned much about the production of coffee, and of course enjoy tasting some amazing geisha coffee. I'm going to have a separate video on the coffee tour and coffee experience that'll be separate apart from the Friday video.
That was a lot of fun.
A lot of fun.
We
yeah.
learned a lot.
Yeah.
I think Carlos was very knowledgeable, and we really enjoy our time with him.
Yep.
So for the rest of our stay, we're looking forward to exploring the hiking trails and enjoying the cool mountain weather. It's a huge change from the heat and humidity of Panama City.
Very hot, very humid.
Yeah.
So next up, we're heading to Ecuador. We're going to start our 3.5, 4 months in South America, leg of our adventure, and we can't wait to share it all with you. As always, thanks for following along, and we'll see you in our next update. Until then, we'll keep following the sun. Bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone.